Hello everybody, I'm Nosgard Silverclaw, and welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim, Bards Edition. Now, I forgot to save in the last part, and when I finished something I've done in the past, and when I redid it I actually found one of these, an Orcish Warhammer. It was in the same chest that the loot was in. I figured even though if I already put a perk into axes, I'm still going to use it just because it feels right. I'm an orc with an Orcish Warhammer. I don't get that set up ever. Like ever, because I don't play two-handers. Speaking of which, I haven't gotten any requests for special quests or things that people want to see, so this is probably going to be the last video I make with this character. I'm going to go ahead and start my next guild after this one. But I'm going to keep the playlist, obviously, and if anybody does make a request down the road, I'll put it in this playlist, but probably on a different character because I just don't like two-hander builds. I wanted to demonstrate it because it is a build that some people do enjoy. I've shown you how it works. It doesn't get any better than what you've seen. You just rush in and smack things in the head. So let's turn in our quest and get our last one.
If you ask me, to be honest, I simply can't stand some of my students. Only Aya shows true potential for greatness. The rest are just wasting my time.
You're kind of a hag, aren't you? Kind of a mean thing to say as a teacher, but whatever.
That's it. Wonderful. I knew I could count on you. I don't have any money to give you, but I can show you a few tricks I learned playing for the Winterhold Wizards. Now you can say you've met the most talented bard in all of Skyrim.
Once you give her flute, that happens. She gives you one skill point in every single magical skill. Just like the warrior guy gave us one for every warrior skill. And the last one, if you haven't figured it out yet, the last quest is going to give us one skill point in every thief skill. That's pretty much all the skill does. It's just a way to get some cheap skill ups quick. And this is where we get our last quest, from Ingay Six Fingers.
It takes two things to be a good teacher. The first is patience. The second is a firm wooden stick for rapping knuckles.
Wow, you people seem like a terrible school to me, but okay. Oh, yeah, I might have talked to her off screen. She said it makes me sad, so very sad. And I say, why are you sad?
Oh, sorry. My mind wanders sometimes. I was just thinking about Finn's loot. Over a year ago, thieves broke into the college and made off with a lot of valuable things, mostly gold and silver. But they also stole Finn's loot. We just learned where the bandits fled to, and I very much want that loot back.
A lute's a wood instrument. That's like a guitar, right? I don't know. What makes this one more important than other guitars?
Finn was the bard who invented the 8-course loot that is commonplace today. Until he found a way to string the extra courses, bards only had 6-course loots. The loot they stole is Finn's original 8-course loot. I doubt they even realize its true value. Glad that distraction's over.
Wow, seriously, you people, this is a terrible place to go to learn a craft. I might end up killing my teacher if I went here. Anyway, we know what our task is now. So, with that out of the way, let's see where we're headed. We're going down the Stony Creek Cave, which is closest to, looks like either Windhelm or Riften. Windhelm appears a little bit closer, but I'm still going to take the Riften pass because the road just seems easier to follow. I probably have to do some off-roading from the Windhelm exit, so I will meet you guys in front of the cave, and then we'll go continue on our quest to get that loot. Okay everybody, we're back now. We're right outside Stony Creek Cave today, where we're going to be doing our last bard quest. And you know what? I like this cave. It's appropriate to what the reward is. It has nice design. You fight bandits, which I don't have any problem fighting them. They don't annoy the crap out of me like frost mages. I mean, look, it's like you got this lake with a little dock on it. And you actually enter the cave through the water, like so. Okay, everybody, we're back now. And let's get on with today's lore topic, shall we? Today we're going to talk about contradictions in the lore. It's not so much a lore topic as it is just a discussion of lore itself. Skyrim does something that most games do not do. Well, the Elder Scrolls, not just Skyrim. Different people tell the same story in different ways, much like it would be in a story you would tell about your childhood with your friend. They might remember it slightly differently. you know, trying to decipher who remembers it correctly and who's adding details, intentionally or otherwise, is, well, for me, it's a big part of the fun of the lore of Skyrim. A good example is the Dark Brotherhood. There are 3 different stories that are covered in the games about how the guild came to be. They have absolutely nothing in common with each other. So, obviously, 2 of them are just flat out incorrect, if not all 3 are incorrect. As a lore master and other people who call themselves by that title, it's our job to study these different stories and try and figure out which one is the truth and which ones are utter bullshit. Now, I can't tell you with any level of certainty which one is true. I have done my research and I have my beliefs, but there's no guarantee. I'll give you the examples really quick of the 3 stories, since that's what I'm using to describe them. Okay, first you have the belief of the Night Mother. People believe that Sithis, the Dark God, talked to a woman in her sleep, pretty much, and told her, hey, I'm the god you should worship, kill people in my name, it will give me power and you will be rewarded for your service, yada yada yada. Now right there, real quick, I rushed this person because this bandit thug is actually pretty damn hard. You do not want to give her room to do much at all. Get in her face quickly or she's gonna actually kill you. She throws ice balls. As you can see, even doing that, I still took a pretty decent amount of damage. Oh, she also had a treasure map this time. If you follow those, you will find treasure, but I'll show you this one really quick to show you why I normally don't follow them. You better be really good at exploring to be able to pick apart where it is based on this map. From what I can tell, it's next to one of the standing stones in the water, so it's underwater near an island with a standing stone on it. Good luck finding that. I'm not saying it's impossible, I'm saying it's not worth the hassle. Oh, right, another uncommon gem here. Ooh, in a skill book. This time for illusion. Alright, with that, let's get our open our chest, like so. Get the flute, or the loot, rather. Maybe I'm not an archer, or an alchemist, whatever. Yeah, anyway, back to the lore topic. As I was saying, I told you the first version of the story. The second version is that the Dark Brotherhood were originally part of an assassin guild called the Morag Bale? They were part of an assassin's guild that was present in the game of Morrowind. Some people believe they broke off from that guild. Poor dead guy. Some people believe they broke off from that guild and started their own faction over disputes internally within the guild. The third and final version is that they were actually part of the Thieves Guild, yet the Night Mother, who is a person of great importance in their guild, that she heard the voice... Well, sorry, no, she did not hear the voice of Sithis. That's the other version. She had a big complaint that, why don't we just kill people while we rob them? It's a lot easier to strangle somebody in their sleep and then take our stuff at our leisure than tiptoeing around and trying to take it all without waking anyone up. The guild disagreed with her, so she left and formed her own Thieves Guild, which later became an Assassin's Guild on the basis that they found they were making more money killing for profit than they were killing just to make thievery easier. So yeah, I've studied all 3 versions, and I have my belief on which one is real. I believe the one that she was originally part of the Thieves Guild is the truthful story, but I can't prove that. That's what makes it great, though. Good lore can't be proven. You have to discuss it, and people have their own theories and their own reasons why they believe one way or another, but that uncertainty is what makes it a good debate. So let's head back to the college now, shall we? I'll meet you guys inside. Alright, we're back inside the college, everyone.
What do you need, my friend?
As to the lore I was talking about, if by some miracle, somebody who actually is interested in making a game, or does make games for a living, watching this video, I want you guys to take to heart what I'm saying here. I've played games for 20 years or so.
It's been my honor to perform at the
How are
Blue
your
Palace
students
on
coming?
many
Quiet all of you, you're interrupting me.
Passably. Aya is my star pupil.
Quiet.
None of the others can hold a candle to
Geez, shut up. Alright, as I was saying. I had to pause it just so I can shut them up long enough to finish my sentence. You know, keep in mind what I just talked about, okay? If there's no room for inaccuracy, where's the discussion? I can talk about events that happened in Oblivion that I did as the player, And they can be good, I can enjoy the talk, but you're not going to get any deep discussion because it's set in stone. Everybody knows how the game ends who played the game. There's nothing to discover, we already know how it ends. When you're not sure, when there's that sliver of doubt of what happened, then you have something to talk about. People can argue well, not argue, they can debate, rather, on exactly what was the true version of stories. And put little tidbits, put crumbs around to make it more interesting. Make us try and, make it harder to tell the truth because there's little bits of data that make each version true, but not enough to make them totally true. That's how you get a good story.
Try not to play favorites, Lady Atea. It does a disservice to the whole class.
Yes, Headmaster.
Now, let's turn in our flute, shall we?
The only reason I'm so good with a lute is because I'm old. It takes a lifetime to master.
Okay, well, you've never heard of a prodigy then, have you?
Hmm?
I got your lute back, old woman.
What? You did? Oh, sweet divines, you did. There is no way I can pay you what this lute is worth, but I can teach you a few tricks I've learned over the years. And that distraction.
She learned how to lockpick and pickpocket over the years.
That was better, Atav. Add a bit of emphasis on Ragnar and Red.
Remember, it's your job to deliver these songs, to excite
Yeah,
the crowd
I don't
rather
like
than
the fact that having so much discussion in the guild about being proper bards, yet there's no, you can't be a bard. I can't play an instrument, I can't sing songs for money. I find it annoying. I feel like it's kind of cruel to give me all this bardic stuff and not let me be bardic. Anyway, I'm going to wait in here to finish what I was going to talk about, then we're going to call it a video. Alright, so I've discussed why I like contradictions in lore. I've discussed why I believe the Elder Scrolls lore is so good, because it's like that. It's not just that one story. There are several different versions of a lot, well maybe not several, but there are multiple versions of a lot of,
Point, I hardly see how your advice would improve it. It's flawless.
I'll be the judge of that.
Will you guys shut
Now
up?
back to your practice.
Right. This is what I think makes the lore so good. Now, quickly, I'm going to say one last thing, and then we're going to end the, well, the Bards Guild. It's over. Alright, just be quiet, you guys. Let me talk. I hate having to pause to talk, but this is a noisy building. Alright, I'm going to take one day off. Exactly one. And it's not because I'm exhausted. I could easily make a video tomorrow. Because I want to reopen the voting. I've done the first and second most requested guilds. Even though I don't consider the Bards Guild a guild at all. The remaining guilds are going to be mages, thieves, and assassins. So, just off of those three, everybody pick one. Post in the comments of this video what guild you want to see. Gonna take one day off to give you time to vote. If you don't vote in that time period, well, I'm not waiting too long. It's only been 6 videos long, and that's not enough to really call it a proper, proper walkthrough, honestly. It's just showing you the Bards College, pretty much. So yeah, assassin, thief, mage. Those are your options. Tell me which one you want to see next. Finally, I've demonstrated everything I want to show. The guild is done. I do have another build in mind that I'm not going to be able to show for the last 3 guilds, because I don't have really a good place to put it. So if I do get any requests for any quest or caves or anything like that people want to see, I'll put them in this playlist, because this is the extras playlist. But I'll be doing it on a character build I haven't shown you yet. That would be a dual wield build. I don't do much dual wielding because I find that I'd rather have a shield for defense if I'm going to be in open combat. But I could show you like a double sword build because they're fun. They're pretty fun. Light armor, double sword, it can be fun. So that's what I'll be doing any other optional tasks that I might end up doing on. And it'll be on a race I'm not going to be doing in any other guild as well. So that'll give you some incentive if there was something you wanted to see. Beyond that, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. I hope you guys enjoyed the Bards Guild.
Always. Perfection takes dedication, after all.
Yes, well, see that you keep at it. That is all.
Man, they're noisy. I'm Nosgard Silverclaw, signing out with our orcish bard friend here for the last time. Nothing against the fellow, he's not my build. I don't much care to play orcs, and I don't much care for warhammers, but that's kind of why I did all this on the Bards Guild. I knew it was going to be really short. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one, mate.